Hello everybody, SirMonkeySuit here, back with Psychopaths. We're on episode 4. In the last episode we had the CID with Akane and whatnot go to a sort of like a factory outside the city that was basically something called an anechoic chamber, which means that the system couldn't really gain sort of entry to it or anything in particular, like radio waves, anything like that. And the machinery itself, or the AI, was essentially killing off people. And it turns out it was someone called Yuji who was in a specific position, a job that allowed him to be, allowed his hue, essentially, the color of his psyche to be a bit higher than others or whatever. And he was essentially killing the bullies that were getting at him under the guise of that hue. So yeah, it was definitely an interesting episode. We also had a bit more insight, not much, into Genoza and like his sort of relationship with the enforcers and whatnot. And also, yeah, Kogami is obviously in his element doing what he does in that last episode. So I don't think there's anything else to read. We're just going to get in episode 4 and see where this continues. So let's go.
ここタリスマンサルーンで語られる物語はすべて人ごといいですかなレモネードキャンディー
OK
What is this?
あなたのお友達がどのような悩みを抱えているのかタリスマン
He sounds like Thingy from Tokyo Ghoul.
その子はね
Sugiyama, whatever he's
卒業
called.
してすぐに大変な仕事について困ってる人間関係なのかなその職場で部下っていうか先輩っていうかちょっと説明の難しい同僚がいてね仕事をやっていく上で彼のことを避けては通れないんだけど
まずは先入観を排してありのままの彼と向き合ってみる必要があるんじゃないかなお友達にはそうアドバイスしてあげたらどうだろう
What is this? Oh, it was like VR stuff. What on earth?
大神のことが聞きたいのかい
わかりますか
Pena.
あんたあいつと妙に縁があるからな
あの人にどう接していいのか未だにわからないんです
犬は犬飼い主は飼い主その一線を踏み越えない関係それがお嬢ちゃんにとって一番だと思うね鴻上を理解するってのはな鴻上のようにものを見て鴻上のように考えるってことだその時あんたのサイコパスは鴻上と同じ数字を叩き出してることだろうよ
She'll probably become an enforcer as well.
ホームセキュリティの一斉点検でこの部屋のトイレが2ヶ月前から故障していたことが分かったなのに住人からの苦情が一切ない葉山公彦32歳独身無職
へえネットの人気者ってだけでがっぽり稼げるんならそりゃ外に出て働くのもバカらしくなるわな
どこかで
Sounds like me.
そもそも口座からの引き落としも2ヶ月間途絶えている死んでるな葉山は
だね殺される方が消えるより簡単
Did he get flushed down the toilet?
この部屋の内装フォロー再起動できるかちょっと待て
これは
ホログラフの椅子には座れないだから普通はホロと本物の位置を同期させる
Okay, so it's been moved. It's hiding something underneath it then. Maybe a blood stain?
やっぱりだテープの跡だなどういうことだこの部屋の中から葉山公彦を影も残さず消しちまった手品の種さ出血のない方法で犠牲者を殺し、それから部屋にビニールシートを敷いて、遺体を細切れに分解する風呂やトイレの排水口から流せる程度にまで粉々に
Yeah, toilet. Thought so.
正岡のとっつぁんならこの程度部屋に踏み込んだ途端に鍵当てるぜギノ猟犬の嗅覚を舐めるなよ下水管の血液反応をチェックしてみろ使っていたアバターは
He didn't pipe up.
アフィリエイトで食っていけるんだから相当な人気者だったんでしょうね
私今朝 このアバターと合ってます。
So someone was using that this morning then?
葉山さん家の排水溝からは
I don't know.
めでたく遺体の断片が見つかりました。葉山は失踪する以前からふざけ半分に偽装 IP を使ってたみたい。
アクセスルートの追跡は
試してみてもいいけどさ。でもさ、少なくとも葉山のアバターを使ってるやつは自分が怪しまれているだなんてまだ気づいてないはず。
So you got the
それって
advantage.
チャンスなんじゃない？
なるほど。今タリスマンになりすましている偽物
That guy's on top of a
こ
tail.
のと遜色ない手際でこのコミフィールドを2ヶ月間運営しているわけか。今日
どうやらよそのコミフィールドに移動するみたいですね。
よし、追うぞ。
Hello everybody, just a reminder that if you go into the link in the description to my Patreon and get the early access tier for $5 a month, you can gain access to 4 Psychopaths videos every single week. That's 2 on Monday, 2 on Thursday, and obviously, yeah, you get them a week early as well. So yeah, if you're clamoring for more reactions from me more frequently, then that is the place to go. Again, it's down in the description, the Patreon link to the to my Patreon, and it's the $5 early access tier patronage. On with the video.
スプーキーブーギーのコミフィールドですね。ここもかなりの大手ですよ。ここの管理人アナーキストで有名なんです。刑事だってバレたら厄介なことになるかも。
アクセスログを洗おう。お互いが相手のコミフィールドに頻繁に出入りしているようなら、常森。
あれ銀の座さん。
ようこそレモネードキャンディーさん。ちょっと珍しいお客さんだからチャットルームにお招きしたの。ご迷惑だったかしら？
いや、私なんかをどうして？
常森茜さんって呼ぶべきかしら？
あなた、もしかして。
まあ、私の正体は卒業アルバムとでもにらめっこして探してごらんなさい。で、刑事課の監視官様が私のコミフィールドに
So she was...
あなたタリスマンとは好意にしてる？
そりゃあまあね。お互いアクセスランキングのライバル同士だし。むしろ2ヶ月前の方が彼ちょっとどうかしてたと思わない？
そうだっけ？
あの頃のタリスマンってさ、空気読めない発言とか露骨なアフィ稼ぎのイベントとかやらかして、
So someone wanted to take him out so that they could...
タリスマンが何かやらかした？
まだ何とも言えないんだけど。
ちょっと協力してあげようか。公安局の幹部候補に恩を売っておくのも悪くないじゃない？同期のよしみもあるしね。
So yeah, so they were classmates then.
私、スプーキーブーギーがささやかながらも宴の席を用意させていただきます。来たる4日の六本木オフ会にて、私の保持するホワイトクラウンをかけ、我が友タリスマンにデュエルマッチを申し込みます。
ソーシャルネットでのアバターと同じホロコスをかぶってパーティーをするんです。
妙なことを思いつくもんだな。
They'll
あ
not
れ
be
で
able
欠
to...
席したらタリスマンの人気はガ
He
タ
has
落ち
to
です。
go.
で、場所は
六本木のクラブエグゾゼです。
こいつら不安じゃないのか？
匿名性を怖がってたらソーシャルネットなんてできませんよ。
Yeah.
これはバーチャルじゃない。殴れば血が出るし、ナイフ一つで命を奪えるリアルな空間だ。
Yeah.
なのに隣にいるやつの正体すらわからない。正気の沙汰とは思えんな。
そんな考え方してるからサイコパスが濁るんですよ。ごめんなさい。そんなつもりじゃ。
いや、全くの正論だ。
私が接近してみます。鎮圧執行システムオンライン。
ミドさん、お察しの通りです。フロアでドミネーターの信号が出てる。刑事が紛れ込んでますよ。そこ。やはり罠だったか、スプーキーブーギーめ。
Everyone turned into it. Shit. On everyone? The odds of that.
犯罪
They're all gonna be stressed though.
Uso 嘘は良くないな、スプーキーブーギー。までアナーキズムを掲げて皆に愛されてきたあなたが、よりにもよって体制側の手先を務めるなど、あなたは自らのキャラクターを裏切った。あなたはもうスプーキーブーギーではない。
You don't get to you don't get to decide that.
私はあなたのことをあなた以上に知っています。
ふざけないで。何よあれ、超キモい。二度と私のコミフィールドには入れてやらない。
その必要はないよ。君の方こそもう二度とスプーキーブーギーになることはない。
Jesus.
殺したのかい？この女はスプーキーブーギーにふさわしくない。だからスプーキーブーギーを残してこの女だけを消す。跡形もなく完全に。ああ、葉山公彦より完璧なタリスマンになれたようにね。
Oh. Okay, episode 4. So there's still virtual reality in this, which I wasn't expecting, to be honest. Because there's a lot of I don't know. I guess there's always options. I suppose it's not like there has to be like just because there's VR doesn't mean oh sorry, just because there's AR doesn't mean there has to be VR as well. But yeah, so obviously yeah, Akane's got like an interesting Kogami. I mean, I figured that would be the case. They're just, you know, they're obviously the pairing. But I was wondering, like, was Kogami like an actual detective before? Like, was Kogami like did he basically get a position in like the Public Safety Bureau like Akane did? And was Masaoka like an enforcer there while Kogami was actually like an actual detective? Because I feel like that could have been the case, and just because of the way Kogami thinks and the way that he sort of acts, that pushed him to that point, so now he's become an enforcer instead. Because I feel like out of everyone, Kogami is the one that Genoza has less of a sort of like, Genoza doesn't seem to have anything really against Kogami all that much, you know what I mean? I feel like he's the one that's the case. So it's possible that Kogami could have been in the same position that Akane is in now, and Genoza's saying Akane move, like, almost like start that process. So yeah, so they're called like karma fields, I guess, like different sort of almost like different rooms, like almost like different chat rooms, I guess. That's basically what they are. And the person who was Spooky Boogie was an old classmate of Akane's. I don't particularly know how did she get that information? Like, how did she know it was Akane underneath that? Was it just because her like avatar looks like Akane or something? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But she basically wanted to hold a party for a duel. Like a duel or a duel to go up against Talisman for like White Crown. I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that means. is that like specifically like the top of the fucking like top of like the fucking the chain in terms of like, I don't know, like who's the most popular? I don't know. But yeah, I mean, she hosted a party in a real life place where everyone could just use their holo suits to basically to dress up as their characters, which that was a question I had like in episode 2 or something. Like, I was wondering if everyone had access to that technology, and I guess everybody does. So yeah. So yeah, I guess whoever owned Roppongi or that club or whatever had access to some technology that was able to determine whether a Dominator had passed through a sensor, and also they had interference technology that turned everyone into talisman, which that's definitely some interesting technology. I don't know what kind of, like, how could you? I guess it just accesses all sort of hollow technology and then changes it to all one thing, I guess. But I mean, I figure that the hollow technology kind of like works with the place that it's in as well, because obviously, you know, Akane has a room where like her room is able to be changed holographically and whatnot, and so is like everyone else's room. I imagine that the club is exactly the same. But yeah, I mean, essentially it just turned into a raid, which everyone was going to be stressed as soon as that situation started. So the fact is, there were like Kogami and Masaoka were just opening up on everybody. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fucked. But yeah, I mean, now they've managed to get Spooky Booty, whoever, whatever her name was in real life, they've managed to get to her. I don't know how that. I guess they're just sort of like hacking through the system. If they're changing like IPs and like all of that kind of stuff, then it's not out of the realm of possibility that they can track IPs and stuff like that. And they've tracked hers, and that's what they've done. So, so yeah, I mean, she's known as an anarchist. I mean, I'm not sure how much she can really do, considering like the way that, I don't know, the way she looks and the way her room is. It looks like she's just a popular girl. I don't know, like, knowing about what being an anarchist. What has she done that's anywhere near anarchy? I wonder. But yeah, I'm sure our next episode we'll get into like who Spooky Boogie actually is, and what like her relationship was with. It might just be an old classmate that never really talked to each other, but you never know. But yeah, there was obviously a little scene there where you could obviously tell it was Makishima. So last episode I mentioned that, you know, there's probably an organization that is sort of you know, maybe not necessarily against the justice, well, probably will be, but is sort of like a crime organization, criminal organization, and Makishima would be, of course, like maybe not the top of it, but a member of it at least, possibly the top of it though. And whether they owned Roppongi, could have done. But yeah, so I'm sure we'll get more on that later. Okay, so that is all I've got for this episode and this yeah, until Thursday. So thank you everyone for watching. In the description below I have a bunch of links to different places. One of them is the Discord. That is, you know, I mean, you can go over there, you can come talk to me, come talk to the community, get involved in a lot of different activities and whatnot. And also, if you want me to react to a certain show, I urge you to go over there, because that's where polls and things for future reactions start. So yeah, there's that. My PO box is in the description below, so if you do want to send me anything at all, you can do with that address there. I'll open it up on video. It'll be a nice little addition to the video. And also, if you don't want me to open it up on video, then just make sure you tell me with the package, and I will make sure not to do that. And Patreon is the big one. So a bunch of different tiers and rewards depending on how much you choose to support me with. So obviously, if it's $5 a month, that's the early access. That gives you access to 4 shows across all the Patreon shows that I do every single week. So obviously you would get 4 shows of Psychopaths, 4 shows of Suzumiya Haruhi, 4 shows of Tokyo Ghoul, and 4 shows of Code Geass every single week. That's 16 across the week, 64 across the month, as opposed to the 32 a month that the general public get. So it's good value for money, especially if you're climbing for more reactions from me. So yeah, so that's where you want to go if you want that. $10 a month, that is full length, unedited reactions across all of the shows that I do. That's everything. That's all the shows I just mentioned, plus My Hero, ReZero, Attack on Titan. Everything I react to always gets a full length, so there's that if you're interested in the full length. Exclusive tier patrons, that is the $15 a month. That'll gain you access to another show I'm currently doing, which is Parasite. Every OVA across all shows will be going into the exclusive, and in the future when I start reacting to movies and things like that, that's where they'll be in the exclusive tier for $15 a month. And that'll start with the My Hero Academia 2 heroes. So yeah, look forward to that. $50 a month, that's the elite tier. That gives you a choice of a show every time you pay, and I will react to that. Of course, it will go to the back of the list, being elite tier. It's not the one that jumps, so it will go behind, like at the very back of the list, which I think is seven shows deep. So of course it will take a while to get there, but if you do want to jump the queue, then you can get the God tier, which is $100 a month, and that will, yeah, that'll jump the queue. So that means I'll react to that show next. So the God tier and the Elite tier, the only rules are that the show must be 150 episodes or less, and it must be a show that I've never watched before. And they are both accumulative, like the Elite tier and the God tier. They are both accumulative across every month, so I'm on a pay monthly basis, which means that, you know what I mean, if you pay $100 the first month, you get a choice. If you pay it the second month, you get another choice. Third month, another choice, so on and so forth, okay? So that is all. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.